How to make your money work for you. Have you ever been scrolling through your feed and seen people bragging about buying the dip or hitting it big with Tesla? It sounds like a secret club, doesn't it? But what exactly are they buying? Today, we're stripping away the jargon and diving into the world of stocks, what they are, how they actually work, and why they are the ultimate engine for building wealth. So let's start with the basics. What is a stock? Simply put, a stock is a certificate of ownership. When you buy a stock, you aren't just betting on a ticker symbol, you literally own a piece of that business. Think of it this way. Imagine your favorite global company is like a massive chocolate cake cut into thousands or even millions of tiny slices. Each of those slices is what we call a share. When you buy a share, you're telling the world, "I'll take that slice of the company, please." For example, if a popular streaming service was divided into only 10 shares total and you owned 5 of them, you'd actually own half of that entire company. In the real world, massive corporations have millions of shares, so your slice is tiny, but the concept never changes. You are a co-owner. You might be wondering, why would a successful company sell pieces of itself to strangers? It's a great question. Companies sell stocks primarily to raise capital. Building a global empire is incredibly expensive. They might need cash to build high-tech factories, develop revolutionary products, or expand into new countries. Instead of taking out a massive bank loan, which they'd have to pay back with heavy interest, they sell shares. The beauty of this for the company is that the money they get from selling these shares doesn't need to be paid back. It's theirs to keep and use to grow the dream. Let's break this down with a story about Maya and her dream sneaker store, Fresh Kicks. Maya wants to open a shop selling limited edition sneakers, but she calculates that she needs $100,000 to get started. Unfortunately, she only has $50,000 in savings. Instead of a loan, Maya decides to divide her business into 10 equal shares. Since she's putting in $50,000, she keeps 5 shares for herself. Each share is worth $10,000. She then looks for investors who believe her shop will be a hit. Jay, a total sneakerhead, hears Maya's business plan and thinks this is going to revolutionize the local scene. He buys 1 share for $10,000, which means Jay now officially owns 10% of Fresh Kicks. With the money from Jay and 4 other investors, Maya now has her $100,000 and opens her dream store. Fast forward 5 years, Fresh Kicks is absolutely crushing it. Maya has opened 3 more locations, and the business that was once worth $100,000 is now valued at $300,000. Remember Jay, who invested $10,000 for 1 share? His 10% ownership is now worth $30,000. If he decides to sell his share to someone else, he walks away with a $20,000 profit. Not bad, right? But we have to be honest, investing isn't always a fairy tale. What if Fresh Kicks struggled to compete with online giants and the business value dropped to $80,000? In that case, Jay's share would only be worth $8,000, meaning he lost $2,000 of his hard-earned money. This is exactly how the stock market works in the real world, just with more zeros and millions of people involved. Some companies also share their success directly with you through dividends. It's like getting a thank you check just for being an owner. But where do you actually go to buy these slices of a company? You go to a stock exchange. Think of it as a giant global marketplace for shares. The most famous ones are the New York Stock Exchange, NYSE, and the NASDAQ. These days, you don't have to wear a suit and go to a building. You can buy stocks in seconds right from your phone through investing apps. When a company gets big enough, it goes public, allowing anyone in the world to buy and sell its shares. Now, not all stocks are created equal. They typically come in 2 main flavors, common stock and preferred stock. Think of them like regular tickets versus VIP tickets to the same concert. Common stock, this is what most people are talking about. As a common stockholder, you get voting rights. You can actually vote on company decisions and help elect the leaders. If you own 1,000 shares, that's 1,000 votes. The big advantage here is growth. Your shares could skyrocket if the company wins big. The downside, you take more risk. If the company goes under, you are the last in line to get paid. Preferred stock is like the responsible older sibling. Preferred stockholders usually don't get to vote, but in exchange, they get guaranteed dividends. You get your payments before the common stockholders, and these checks are usually fixed and reliable. If the company hits a rough patch, you're higher up in line to get your money back than the common stockholders. It's a middle ground between a stock and a bond. Less drama, but typically less room for explosive growth. So, which is better? It depends on your goals. If you want maximum growth, common stocks are your jam. If you want steady income, preferred stocks are your style. But why risk your money at all instead of a safe bank account? Simple. Potential. While a bank might give you 1% interest, the stock market has historically returned around 7 to 10% per year over the long term. Yes, the market can be a wild roller coaster, but for those who stay on the ride for years, the rewards can be life-changing. So, there you have it. Stocks in a nutshell. Remember, when you buy a stock, you aren't just playing a game with numbers, you are becoming an owner of a real business. If you're ready to start, remember the golden rules. Start with companies you actually understand, believe in their future, and for heaven's sakes, don't put all your money in one stock. That's like putting all your eggs in one fragile basket. Thanks for watching. If this helped you, hit that like button and subscribe. Drop a comment below letting me know which financial topic you want to master next.